Hello, guys. Welcome to my YouTube live streaming session. So, we are coming to the final day of the second test match between England and India. It is the Anderson and Tendulkar Trophy 2025, promise out to be one of the important matches for Shubman Gill. So, let us go by day, and at the same time, we are going to split it into sessions which team has got more of the advantage and how the session trend has gone so far. I mean, when you look at 536 runs, 7 wickets in hand, last day of the test match, definitely the batting team will be under tremendous pressure because the moment they play starting the shots, sometimes you may get out. When you go with a draw mindset, you will be in a trouble. So it's a very interesting game for England tomorrow. It's not a usual scenario where they can go and start hitting. Tomorrow being 90 overs a compulsion rule on last day, and we do have the last hour of play if so required in terms of the play. So when it goes to the session 3, right, India looked one stage declaring at 500, sometimes 550, and finally declared at 608, which means that they want completely England to be out of the game. And that was the strategy from the lower order, middle order. So they thought of entirely eliminating the England so that they can't even think of chasing that. And moreover, they lost 3 wickets. No, I'm not from UK. I currently stay in the United States. Happy morning if you are from UK. Uh, it's going to be a very interesting day for only England fans because it's tough for them to see a team losing 536 runs to score on last day. They'll be praying for the rain, but I promise that's a little far away. Thanks, Srinivas bro, for your comment on that. I'm not part of the UK. I wish to see myself going to London, especially the Lord's Cricket Stadium, where it is the home of the cricket. So, anyhow, so when you look at the session control, right, India started really well this day. The reason of what I'm trying to say is that if you lose many wickets, and again, England will be fancying their chances to score around 400 or 450 with a given time. But excellent innings from Gill and Pant. KL Rahul also played really well. We quite often underestimate his performances, but the 55 runs that he has scored. Karun Nair, again disappointing. Unfortunate to miss out a potential half century or at least a century. Uh, but again, he has got that weakness of getting out towards a half stump or a middle stump area. So that is a really cause of concern. But when you look at the session, right, it's an aggressive batting at the same time a cautious batting. At one end, we see Pant going all out, and another end, Gill was taking the innings deep and deep, and magnificent 100 again from Gill. What a player is. We'll talk about more what exactly how the things are. So Raul's excellent half century comes to an end after an excellent delivery from Joston. It is kind of a delivery where Akash Deep got out. Got the wicket of Joe Root. It's quite similar. It's only half of stump. This is a middle stump. So an excellent delivery has to be said. So if you look at Pant, right, he is a box office cricketer. He gives you all the entertainment, and he himself knows what he can do. The moment when you look at him, he plays a very defensive shot, and all of a sudden he plays a ramp shot or a scoop shot. And to play a bowler of 140 kilometers per hour, a reverse scoop or a sweep, I think there is some method to its madness. So we will leave it to Pant as long as he's getting the scores. So occasionally he will fail, and but that's totally understandable. I mean, we will leave it to Pant's batting abilities. So at the end of the lunch time, India were 357. The lead was 357. So they were scoring around 4.56 per over, which means that they are trying to score, but at the same time they're not trying to lose the wicket. So keeping the wickets in hand as was intact. Again, one of the flattest pitches that England has seen over a lot of periods of time. Uh, so session two, 65 runs coming from Pant and got out. Again, the bat flying in the air, and players have to watch out themselves what the exactly situation was. So I mean, the first session was okay. Second session was like a strange sort of innings from Jadeja, one would say. We heard from the experts and the commentators that Jadeja's innings was slightly vulnerable given the situation that India were in. If India were losing or not having a huge target, I mean, the lead, if the lead was not huge, then we can understand the playing of Jadeja. But somewhere we thought, what was Jadeja's role here? I mean, I personally felt at one stage he was scoring around 12 runs in 39 balls with a lead of 420 or 440 around, and that perplexed a lot of us. But well, it's all good once we come to know. So in this gap, Gill completed his eighth century against 8th century and fifth against England. So as a captain, is having some prime form, and that is some extraordinary thing. When you are in a captain, it's not only managing the cricket, all the media, all the players inside the dressing room, but again you have to see your skill set, and his skill set is batting, and he has blossomed in a way that no one ever thought of. What an innings he has played. Only second Indian to score a double century and also 100 in the same test match. It was Sunil Gavaskar in Port of Spain. Again, it is same, the SG. It is Sunil Gavaskar, and now it is Shubman Gill. So the session two ended with 30 overs and 127 runs at the rate of 4.2. So again, India lost only a couple of wickets or one wicket, which means that they got now the acceleration to go and put England out of the game, and that's what exactly they have done it. The session started with England going with a defensive field. If you look at well, England were playing, when India were playing, seven fielders on leg side. I mean, I don't know if there should be some rule or sort of thing that I don't know how many players were. I mean, it's a test cricket, so you can put it in a number of fields on the side, but it shows that the England have already gone towards the back step and putting seven fielders on leg side for Gill. That was a sort of feeling that one can understand that they know that the game is going out of their hands. They're trying to do something else, but eventually did not work out. So Gill becomes the fifth batter to score 400 in a test match, 400 plus. So first innings he has scored 269, now 161, so which is 430. So and I mean, when you look at the end of the match, I think there will be at least 10 to 15 records that Gill has either broken it or has created an history. So again, he is in such a purple patch. I wish it continues for the entire series and is very important. So on session three, India went with an acceleration. The pedal was on the gear and on the accelerator. They scored on 12 or 11 per over, and that's where we understood that the declaration was coming very, very soon. In the meantime, Gill becomes the second batsman to score 150 plus runs in both the innings. The first was Alan Border against Pakistan. So Gill departs after magnificent 161. So which means that I thought England will be chasing around 500. I think, but something uh, the thought process went from the dressing room that they want around 550, but that went to 600. So it was again an excellent innings from Gill and Jadeja as well. Jadeja's innings was sort of a caution with aggression. So he knows that he wants to play shots, but again, if there is any fall of wicket, England can just wrap up again the lower mid order. So he doesn't want that thing to happen, and that's exactly they have done. So India declared finally on 427 for 6, so which is after 83 overs. So if you look at 83 overs, 427, which means they're scoring above 5 per over. So 5 per over in the sense it's a great run rate and it's a good batting surface. Mind you, this is a fourth day, last session. There were no rank turning balls, no skating, no low bounce. So it's a very still good cricket to bat. Only problem comes is the every first hour of the play. We have been discussing that because the covers will be covered. I mean, the pitch will be covered with the all the covers so that the moisture under it becomes more, and during the morning session the batsman may feel little bit uneasy. Reason is that they need to get into back the rhythm, and at the same time they have to understand the length and the direction. The same with the bowlers, right? If the rhythm is not right, the batsman will try to cash in. But having said all this, India will start as favorites tomorrow. I hope there is no rain. I know there is some shower in the afternoon, but let's hope that India wins. If they do so, it becomes, I mean, it's an history, right? India has never won in the Edgbaston. And the moment you talk about Edgbaston, I remember to 2019 semi-finals, India and New Zealand. It's uh, it's again a bitter pill to swallow for all of us, but that's how the nature of the game goes. It's a 50 overs. This is a test match. 7 wickets to go. I don't think so. 536 is an equation to be changed. Seriously, if you're thinking yourself that baseball can score a 536 in 90 overs, then highly impossible. The more you're trying to play shots, at the same time you're going to get wickets. And on day five, with 7 wickets in hand, I think England will be happy if they went for the draw, but India will be disappointment if it is ending in a draw. But I don't think so. That's happening. They lost 3 wickets, three very important wickets. I know Harry Brook is playing well, James Smith, but I don't see the quality of them playing much on day five. My important because was Joe Root and Ben Duckett because they were playing with a lot of backward shots, disturbing the rhythm of the fast bowlers, spinners. They were trying to sweep it, reverse sweep it. Once those 3 important wickets fell, I think India are in a driver's seat. The first thing in the morning I would like to see is ideally a combination of a spinner and a fast bowler. Ideally, I will go with Akash, Deep, and Jadeja just to see how the things are going in terms of spin, right? And there's no point in bringing them in during the lunchtime or just before the lunchtime or after the lunch. So let's have a crack at England. So they, I mean, they do not have an option to play a defensive game set. If they try to go and play shots, it's not easy because on day five there will be some low bounce, there will be some purchase for the spinners, and that's where Jadeja and Akashdeep can have some excellent bowling partnership and break down and get the 1-all lead. So that's an important thing. And when it comes to England's point of view, I think the first hour of the play is most important. If they can negotiate it really well and try to counterattack it, they may lose a wicket here and there, but that gives them the new ball threat is no more, because it's only a 16 overs bowled. So tomorrow we're expecting around 90 overs. So for the new ball, another 64 overs is left. So personally felt India had more swing when compared to the England fast bowlers, especially from Mohammad Siraj. Mohammad Siraj's spell on day three was something to remember. Is a lion-hearted person. He has given India a great chance. Remember, England were going at 307 for 5 at one stage, at 357 for 5 at one stage. But quickly wrapping in the tail, England lost 5 wickets in the first innings for 34 runs when the new ball came. So they do have their own vulnerabilities in terms of the new bowling. And Mohammad Siraj tomorrow will be also key. But again, I just get the feeling Akash is similar sort of bowler when compared like Mohammad Shami. Mohammad Shami also bowls straight, skids in. So a lot to watch out for. So that is the end of this live session. We are going to discuss after the day five how is things going to be. At this point, India will start as the favorites. They have been doing phenomenally well. When you look at all the 12 sessions, India has nearly won nine. Two were gone to England and one shared. Two were shared, I think so. Yep. So it's complete dominance. It's only coming down to the final day, and let's hope that India win and create history in Edgbaston. Thanks for tuning into this live session. See you tomorrow.